All right, let's go. This is your boy G, and I could not get enough of the Harley Davidson Livewire. Couldn't get enough, guys, so I'm taking a second ride on this dog. This thing is a grand slam, and the fact that it's 30 G's is the only thing that's going to stop people from getting one. If you ride one of these, you're going to be like, I want one. Yeah, I'm just telling you right now. Oh yeah, they got it on sport. So this dash is so good. I can't, there's no way I could even begin to cover the amount of tweaks and adjustments you can make just right off this dash, which you can see well. The first electronic dash I've seen that actually is as good as like what BMW is offering. And I thought I would ride again because I picked a different color, because I wanted to kind of talk about this versus, you know, what a regular bike. So you actually, if I post my other video, you'll see you actually have to get acclimated to what the throttle is like on this, because it's insane how quick the acceleration is. I mean, you know, you're talking 3.5 seconds, less than 3.5 seconds to get to 60 miles per hour, and then like another 1.6 to get to 80. Electric vehicles absolutely destroy combustion engines in acceleration because the electric hits the engine immediately. And so when you ride this, if you're only been a Harley cruiser kind of guy and you've never gotten on sport bikes by Yamaha and Suzuki and stuff, you're not going to be used to this. The quality of how comfortable it is, how good the shocks are, the angle of lean forward, how well it turns in is so far beyond anything I've experienced on any other Harley. It's quite refreshing. I mean, this is a friggin' grand slam in every way, except for the fact that it costs $29,000. But what about the things that make it different from a combustion engine? The first one is the acceleration is insane. The second one is there is no neutral. You cannot rev this engine at a light. Okay, you will be pulling a wheelie and losing your bike. But you wouldn't rev this engine at a light because it makes almost no sound anyway. In fact, the sound that you're hearing is actually built in. I think Harley wanted that. There's a little bit of like transmission noise. It doesn't whistle the way it was advertised to, and I'm really glad. If this thing made a high-pitched noise, I would want to punch myself in the face. What else? It doesn't shudder, it doesn't move, you know? Oh my God! So they've built a little bit of vibration into it. So that's important to know also. So Harley has taken the time to make sure that this feels something like what your mind thinks a motorcycle is supposed to feel like. But at the same time, I think we need to start getting used to the fact that this is coming. And you look at the people that are here, there are younger people here today. And Harley's going to be putting out several different Livewire bikes from what I'm hearing from these engineers that are here. Harley's putting out e-bikes. Look at this turn, guys. Look at the guys in front of me. Look, oh my God. So, you know, what about the build quality? Because you know why I ride my old bike? I ride my old bike because people know how to make one of them, right? I have a Yamaha. Yamaha's been making motorcycles for a long time. I'm going to keep riding a combustion engine. Well, I don't have a problem with that. I ride one. However, my initial impression, I don't own one of these. I can't give you a long-term review impression. Those will be coming from people, I'm sure. My initial impression, though, is the build quality is here. They have put the best shocks they can put on these. They've put Harley's stamp on this as far as, you know, just how solid of a piece of steel that this thing is. It's 550 pounds, but I'm holding it up right now with no hands on a hill. So it's very well balanced, very light. You do lean forward on this. Your phone syncs to this in basically every way. You will be adjusting your music, your GPS right on here if you Bluetooth to this. This is the future, guys, and the real big issue is basically the price and the charging. You can charge this at your house overnight. It'll take about 10 hours, but if you get one of the high-speed adapters, it'll charge 80% of its charge in 40 minutes. So if you're traveling and they put in enough of these way stations to, you know, I guess you can't say gas stations, charge stations, this won't be a problem. Right now, however, there are not enough of them, and it is a problem. So for me, if I drop 30,000, putting together a long distance trip is going to be really tough, maybe impossible. And basically I'm going back and forth in my local community to this with this bike. Now I can go, you know, a few hours on the amount of charge that one of these has, but not 5 hours and then do another 3. I need charging stations for that. So I've discussed this kind of stuff before on my video of why you shouldn't buy a bike right now, because the electric bikes are coming. I think that's me in my Wrangler going through the forest having that discussion. And here they are. They're here. And the price isn't what we need either from Zero or Harley. And the charging stations aren't quite plentiful enough. But Harley dealers are everywhere. Their techs are going to be trained on this. The charging stations are going to improve, and if they don't improve, and we won't be talking about motorcycles in 10 years anyway. So I'm super stoked about this bike, guys. I can't express. I mean, this is a grand slam from Harley Davidson in every way. I've been going to demos for Harley Davidson for a long time. I've owned a Sportster. This is so far beyond anything I've ever seen from Harley Davidson. And you know, it's kind of like refreshing because I love the brand, and they're basically like, hey, we're here to stay. We're jumping into the new world with new technology and new bikes, and we have the intention of selling millions and millions and millions of more motorcycles, and that is exciting if you're a fan and wouldn't mind owning a Harley, right? What's this guy doing? What's this guy doing? I mean, look at the acceleration. My God. My God, you can get, you know, maybe you pick a different mode because you can get yourself in trouble on one of these. So I hope some of that helped out. Your boy G, I'm gonna step off. Peace. Well, maybe not peace because I can't grab my camera right now.